What is the difference between value type and reference type? Hello everyone, welcome to Programming Perception. I am Amit Kumar and this video tutorial is 8th video tutorial of BlueJ for 10th. In this video tutorial, we are going to understand the difference between value type of data and reference type of data. If you are wondering what does a value type and a reference type of data is, then you can go through the previous video tutorial where we have talked about primitive data type and non-primitive data type. So if you remember primitive and non-primitive data type, then it's very easy for you. All the primitive data types are value type of data and all the data and all the non-primitive data type are reference type of data. Now you are already knowing the difference between primitive and non-primitive, that primitive have a fixed storage of memory, primitive occupies space in the memory as soon as the statement of the declaration is executed, whereas in non-primitive size is not fixed. Second thing, we have to occupy space for it by using new keyword. So these differences we have already discussed. Now today I am going to tell you a major difference. A difference is primitive is value type and non-primitive is reference type. But what do we mean by saying it is value type and reference type? This we are going to understand practically today. So let's see what's the difference between value type and reference type of data. So to understand this, let's take an example. For example, I have created an integer variable with value 10. And within next line, I have created another integer variable and assigned a to it. Now you know what will happen in with these two lines of execution in the memory? As soon as the first line is executed, a space is taken in the memory. How much? Integer type, so 4 bytes of space. So 4 byte space is taken in memory, and that space is definitely, it must be having some address we are not talking about. Let's suppose address is 1014. Now some of you might be wondering what's this address. Actually it's an address of a location of the memory. Right now memory is RAM. So it is an address of the location of the memory, and what the CPU will do, it will occupy some space and it will provide a name to it, right now A, and it will also assign a value to it, right now 10. With the second line, another variable B is created, definitely at some other memory location, and what we are doing, B is equals to A. So we are actually assigning value of A into B. So what is the value of A? 10. That will be assigned to B. Okay, so B will also become 10. Now after the execution of this line, suppose B++, what will happen if I will print value of A and B? If I will print those values, what will be the output? Okay, please give the output. Please tell the output as comment of this video. Okay, just comment it out right now, and at the end I will tell you what will be the output. So just comment it out according to you what will be the output right now. Okay, so what we have done, we have declared a variable, assigned a value to it, another variable, assigned this variable to that one. The second variable which we have created, I am incrementing its value by 1, and then I have printed the value of A and B, and I have asked you what is the output of this program. So the output of this program will be 10 and 11, and if you have commented the same, okay, congratulations, you told the correct answer. So output will be 10 and 11, and it's obvious because after assigning A into B, we are incrementing B, so B will become 11, no doubt. And then after, if I will print A and B, definitely output will be 10 and 11. You got that? So I hope this much is clear to you. Let's see another example. In that example also we will assign some value, but this example is different from this one, because in the second example we will take help of a non-primitive data type. Now how many non-primitive data types we have discussed? Okay, we know few names like array is a non-primitive data type, class is a non-primitive data type, but we haven't dealt with array till now, and we are actually dealing with classes. Okay, few programs we have dealt with classes. So let's create another program with class. Okay, a bit similar. Now in the next program, first create a class, suppose ABC, and inside that class create a variable A, okay, and just create a method to show the value of a. Okay, so nothing else. So this will have one characteristic name is a, that is the attribute, and one behavior show, which is actually printing the value of a. That's it, nothing else. Okay, now what we will do, we will create an object of this ABC, and you know how to create object of ABC or object of any class. I hope you know the syntax. You will first specify the class name, so this time it's ABC. Object name, let's suppose obj1 is equals to new ABC. Okay, it's ABC. Now what we will do, we will assign some value in the a of ABC, let's suppose 10. Is this okay? And now we will create another object, ABC obj2 is equals to, and here in this object I will assign obj1. Okay, and then I will write it as obj2 dot a is equals to 100. Now if I will call show method of obj1 and show method of obj2, what will be the output? Okay, guess the output and write it down in the comment box, and we'll see whether the output and your guessing is correct or not. But to test that, I am just rubbing this class definition. I hope you understood the class definition. Now according to you, what will be the output? Okay, if you are saying that the output will be 10 and 100, right, 10 and 100, then you are wrong. Output will be 100 and 100. Now how it is possible? To explain you that, when any object is created in a memory, actually it refers to an address. Suppose a is created in the memory, it is storing at some address, suppose 1000. So this obj1 will refer to this address. Not only this, if there are more data members in the class, this obj1 will refer to all of them. Okay, now what we have done in the next line, we have assigned 10 in the a part of the obj1, so we have assigned 10 here. In the next line we have created another object obj2, but we have not taken any space for it. Instead of that, we assigned obj1 to obj2. Now the thing is, objects are not value type, so here what will happen, value of an object will not be copied to another object. Instead of that, reference of an object will be copied to another object. So what is the reference of obj1? obj1 is referring to 1000. So now onwards, obj2 will also refer to 1000. Now what we have done in the next line, obj2 dot a is equals to 100. So obj2 a is the same a which is of obj1. That means both obj1 and obj2 now referring to the same location. So if obj2 will update this a, it will be updated for obj1 as well. Okay, and now if you will call the show method, it will print 100 and 100. So I hope you understood this. So what happens in case of value type and reference type, if we are assigning a value type variables or a value type to another value type, value of that location is copied to the new location. But if we are assigning a reference type to another reference type, then reference of that location will be copied to the new location. So what will be the difference in these case? If value is copied, any change made to any one of them is not going to affect the other one. But in case of reference is copied, then any change made to any of them is going to affect the other one. Now we will see practically how this is implemented and what outputs it will give. Though I have shown you why it will give that output, but let me show you that practically. So let's go to our laptop. Hello students. So today in our practical session, we are going to understand what's the difference between value type and reference type according to the logic that we have understood in the theory section. So in this program, I am going to explain the difference. So first of all, I will create value type and then I will create a reference type, and then you can understand the difference between them. Okay, so here it is. Now here first of all I will create it as main. So public static void main, static
void main. Why the main? I want to create it as an application program. Okay, so just like that. Okay, fine. Now I will create integer variable, assign value to it, and then another integer variable, assign a to this one, and then increment the value of the second one, and then print it the value of a and b. So let's see what output it will give. Okay, so we have already decided, we have already discussed that what output it will give. It should give 10 and 11. Okay, so let's see, let's compile and let's run it. So main method, and hence you get 10 and 11 as output. So it's obvious because this time a and b both are value type, and when a value type is copied to another value type, their value is copied. Now to understand the reference type, I need one class also. So for that I am creating one sample class over here, sample or ABC class, as we have done in the theory part. And inside this ABC class I will create one a variable integer type, and I will also create one method to show the value of the a variable. So int a, and here I will create one method to show the value. So void show, and it will do nothing but print the value of a. So system.out.println. Okay, here I will print the value of a. Now compile it. Now in this difference I will create object of ABC class. So ABC obj1 is equals to new ABC. Okay, another object of the ABC class where I will assign obj1. But before doing that, I will assign something in the a of obj1. So I am assigning 10 now. Now after this assignment, so what I have done, in the first line I created one object obj1 and assigned 10 to the a part of it. In the third line I created another object and assigned obj1 to it, and now I will change the value of a of the obj2, okay, as 100. And now I will call show method of both obj1 as well as obj2. So generally output you might be thinking will be 10 100, but interestingly it will be 100 and 100, and the reason I told you, because it's reference type. So let's see the output first. So here you see it's 100 and 100, and let me tell you why it's 100 and 100. The reason is obj1, which is an object, is a reference type, and when we are assigning obj1 into obj2, the value is not copied. In fact, address of obj1 is copied to obj2. That means now these two objects are referring to same location in the memory. So if you will make change in any one of them, that's going to affect the other one. So that was the difference between value type and reference type of data. So that's.
Now I hope you all are aware what's the difference between a value type and reference type, and what happens if we are assigning a value type variable into another value type, or a reference type variable to another reference type. So that's it in this video lecture. If you are new to our channel, then don't forget to subscribe the channel. If you like this video, then click on that like button and share this video with your friends, and don't forget to leave the comment how actually you like this video or you disliked it. So, or in case if you are having any doubt, you can leave that also as comments. So that's it for this video lecture. Hope to meet you in the next video lecture. Till then, goodbye and happy programming.